Hi, my name is Bill, and I'm going to make this video here because I see a very big need for it. Like me, some of you have had a problem with your vacuum cleaner, okay? So I have this Dyson vacuum cleaner here, and it's the animal pet version. And some of you peoples had the same problem that I had. I had a terrible squeak as I pushed it across the floor. And I looked forever to try to find something on it, how to take care of it. So let me show you the vacuum right now. Vacuum here is right here. And as you can see, it is pretty much the same way as most of your Dyson uprights. Okay, so what I'm about to show you is probably going to take care of all of it. So anyway, I started using this vacuum cleaner and I noticed this squeak as I come around the turns, and the squeak got, to the point where it was driving me crazy. And first thing was that I come across this video that I searched squeak on it, and it was a very irritating ad.
Other lightweight vacuums are light on power. That's why Dyson engineered the Dyson Slim. With patented cyclone technology, it's the most powerful lightweight vacuum, and the only one that doesn't lose suction.
Now, after that very irritating ad, since this product is made by the Brits, I'm beginning to wonder if this is how they found a way to get back at us for the Revolutionary War. So, that being said, don't dig out your powder horns and your flintlocks yet, because I think I know what the answers are. So anyway, as I did around the turns, I figured it had to be into the ball. So I'm going to show you the first thing that I found. First thing that I found was inside the ball itself. You can see here that it's retained by a little screw, okay? Once you take it off, this is how it looks, okay? And then I've noticed that inside here, you have a bushing that the whole thing spins on. Now you could take and you can turn that little bushing there. And so one of the things I figured was, since it was all pressed in here and there was no way to take it out and there's no way to get to the internals, let's see here, let's see if I can pop this out. Okay, use a screw to get it out. Okay, you could take and put your finger in there and you could turn the thing. Okay, so that's one of the ways that it could be squeaking. To replace these, it wasn't really that expensive. I ordered the parts, and I figured that would take care of it. Well, the squeaking got a little bit better after I took care of it and got new ones and put them on the vacuum cleaner, but there was more squeaking to deal with it, and it got progressively worse. And it kind of went like this video here.
It's still squeaking. Not even on. I've cleaned it out, done everything you said, and it's still squeaking. Let's try it when it's on. I'm so tired of this shit. Ugh.
Now, I'm sure that some of you saw the video here where you take out the little snap ring down here, and they wanted you to pop this off. And they wanted you to clean the heads in here. Okay, so I'll play the video on here within this video as well. And you notice I got no hairs, nothing caught inside here, and it was still squeaking anyway. And just like the rest of you, I was going nuts over the whole ordeal. But what I did was I took and I pushed this thing along, and lo and behold, I got squeak, squeak, squeak. The harder I pushed down on it, the more I got squeak, squeak, squeak. Let me tell you how I finally solved this problem. Okay, down here, if you notice, you open up these tabs just like on the video to clean. Okay, and lo and behold, here are little wheels. And I was pushing on these wheels and getting a little bit of a squeak. Okay, so I took something and I took this head here and I pried these little things out. There's just enough room to get in there. When you pop it out, it's a little rolled pin, okay? And the wheel slides right on over top of it, okay? Once you pry them out, I took, and you don't want to oil it, okay? Because oil's not going to last long. It'll dry up and wear off, okay? So I greased those little pins. I slid the wheel off the end of the pins, put some grease on there, and slid them back on over top and just kind of worked it in. I did this on both sides, okay? And so, after doing so, I didn't have any grease in the house, but if you have any other content that is like grease, will lubricate. I ended up using Vicks myself. Vaseline will work. Any grease item like that will work and do the trick. Okay?
Sure, and you can really see, if you're like me, I gotta see something happen. Well, this thing fills up, you see it, and then you kind of go, anyway, good vacuum cleaner. Here's my issue. I was noticing when you'd vacuum, you heard, I don't know how to put this, the vacuum sound, the suction sound, you can hear the pull, and it makes a certain tone, I guess you can say. I'll try to describe it without making the sound. But as I would vacuum and whatnot, it was doing, everything was fine. And then all of a sudden I heard, let's say like the pitch sound. I mean the pitch change. The sound of the actual suction or the vacuum or something changed slightly. It got a little higher pitch. And I thought, whoa, 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 what's going on? Now it worked, but it made a noise. I mean, it kind of switched up on me, and I thought, I don't want to pay that kind of money, and I don't want to keep sending it off to service, and I don't want to get involved with all that. What is the issue? So when I checked it out, what I found was, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take this device off, because this is what we're going to go over, and it's very simple. You just release the little catch there. Like I said, I use this. This is a working vacuum here. And then the actual end of this will come right off. So I can get a grip on it. There you go. All right, there's that. Now, what I'm going to do with this is it goes, well, it can go back here. Stay. All right, now, here we go. What I found the problem was that the vacuums I've had in the past, you know, they have these devices. They're the little plastic type, you know, devices that slide over the floor, covers basically, and it works. This one that probably gives it so much strength is, I don't know if you can really see, there's a rubber type of a seal right there. You can probably see some of that right there, and it's flexible, it gives. Well, that seal goes all the way around this, so when you're actually vacuuming and the suction starts, I know it doesn't seal completely, but it does seal a lot more than probably your average vacuum cleaner, and that is probably where all the power and all the suction comes from. Now, here's what my issue was. The pitch sound that changed, I found, was that you pull these two little switches up right here, and this little device comes right off. Now, what I did was I went in and I made sure everything was seated properly. All of this is basically connected, so I didn't have to do much with that. It was this device that I worked with. I actually went through all of it and made sure that the rubber seal was set in its little grooves properly, which it all is now. Now, one area was out just a little bit. It had kind of moved, or maybe in shipping or something like that. What the change in the sound was, as I was vacuuming, if one of your little seal areas is not completely, you know, like all the others attached and sucking from the floor, it changed the sound. It would just change up just slightly. So I made sure all of the little rubber seal area, which is all the way around this little device, everything I readjusted and kind of cleaned and wiped out. Plus, I wiped all of these areas out to make sure that, you know, there was nothing blocking that seal. Now, when you put it back, you make sure these little tabs in the front, these 3 little tabs that go here, here, and here, make sure that those little tabs are in place and that you didn't miss one. Make sure that this device is seated all the way in the way it's supposed to be. Now if you miss one, which I had, it will lift up and you probably will lose your complete seal there. No big deal though. So I made sure everything was in, everything was clean, nothing was blocking anything. Make sure your arms are up like this when you put it back in place, because if by chance one of the arms is down, it's just not going to seat right. See, there was one out right there. Okay, make sure that everybody is in its place in the front. Then pull these up, make it sit. Make sure you seal it down. Okay, there. Now you can look it over and you can see these are all the same. This is all connected. All connected. Everything looks good. And there it is. Then you just pop it back onto the front of your vacuum and give it a shot. And I can say one thing for absolute certainty: I've never heard the noise again. So I fixed it. Am I 100% sure what piece did it? No, but I fixed it. And the vacuum works to this day, like I said, 5, almost 6 months. Perfect.
Here's my end result, and I'm back to peace mind. Okay, I got my sanity back. There's no more squeaks, no problems at all. I hope it brings you the peace of mind that it's brought me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor, let me know if you solved your problem as well. That way we'll all have peace of mind together.